All right, Mike, for the second time.
What are you
We're
talking
talking.
about? This is the first
No,
time.
no, this is the second time. Don't fool the people. We're talking about My Hero episode. My Hero season 4, episode 6. You got me all out of whack.
Okay, we are talking about episode name An Unpleasant Talk. Ooh.
That's pretty much exactly what it is. If that doesn't give away what's happening, I don't know, because this is after the very good last episode.
Very action-packed.
Very
last episode.
action-packed, yes. This is the filler that was promised because I don't like the word filler. I mean, that's what it is. Nothing happens. They're literally just talking the whole time. But it's like necessary. Cuz
Yeah.
I feel like there's different like types of filler. There's like Naruto filler that's just like dumb stuff that happens for no reason, and then this is kind of just like advancing the story. So it's, it's
I would personally call this filler itself like build-up filler. Like this is
yeah.
like
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
you know after this episode it's gonna go down.
Yeah. No,
100%.
totally. They're setting up the future. So it's not like just for nonsense stuff. It's actual plot details and things. So basically everyone is going to work study together. You got Midoriya, Kirishima, Ochako, and Froppy. And they're all going to the same place. And they're like, "Why are we all like, don't you have work somewhere else?" And they're like, "No, we're meeting at a all one place this time or something." And they roll up, and the big three's there too. I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, Why would they be here? And then they go in, and it's like a pro hero party. It's like you got this guy, not all of them, but a majority of the professional heroes around the country. You got Fat Gum from last episode, Dragon Girl, Electric Girl, a bunch of like mid-tier heroes.
Eraserhead.
Eraserhead. Yeah, you got a pretty good gathering. Gran Torino's there. So you kind of got the gangs all here. So they're like, oh, and Night Eye's there, kind of like
In charge.
setting it up. Yeah, it's his agency was the ones who kind of put this together. And Night Eye is basically like what I just said, is informing everyone about what's going on. They're investigating into, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, the Hassaikai.
I think it's Hassaikai.
It's the Hassaikai. So that's the basically like the Yakuza overhauls kind of group. That's what they're called. So they got my boy.
I guess it would be like their branch. It's like weird. They have their own branches.
Yeah. It's like there's like an international crime organization, but they each have their own. I guess they each have their own like district that they operate in or area. I don't know.
Yeah. The one thing that really confused me was the Reservoir Dogs.
They said because did they show that?
It just said that they were. That's what their like.
Yeah,
thing was.
It's like we were alerted to their presence after they had an attack on the Reservoir Dogs, and I was like, the movie? And they're like, no, not the movie, the Reservoir Dogs. It's like, all right, whatever that is.
Yeah, I know that was like really weird because I felt the same way. I know about the movie.
Yeah, I guess that's some sort of group, the Reservoir Dogs.
Or I guess Reservoir Dogs was based on this movie. I mean, they were
maybe, yeah, no, maybe. And then you got my boy Centipeder. Never seen this guy before, but I like him. He's just a guy with a centipede head, and he's along with Bubble Girl. He's giving just kind of the details. He's saying that the League of Villains and the Hassaikai have kind of been talking, and they have knowledge of their fight, in the beginning of the season when Overhaul killed, excuse me, Magni, and they had that little meeting. What's next? And they say that they asked for help on the Hero Network, which apparently is a inter-hero, like, I guess
It's
social
like a I
media or
guess
something? Or like messaging service? I called it a messaging service because you probably can't just pick up a phone and call a hero. So there's gotta be some way to contact them. So I took it as like they were reaching out on the network to talk to other heroes in the area or something. Um, which is probably how they got all them in the same room. Mm. And they suspect drugs to be one of their main sources of income, which leads them into the quirk, uh, the quirk bullet. What would you call it?
I I guess it would be a bullet. I thought it was like a I want to say it's like almost like a syringe thing.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a dart,
Yeah.
but they use the word bullet because you do fire it out of a gun. But it's like a quirk destroyer, um, kind of thing. And we weren't really sure in the last episode if it's like a permanent thing, if it's a temporary thing. But what's his face? Tamaki, the food changer. He says all he had to do was rest for a few hours and he was back to normal.
Yeah.
And they took him to the hospital to see what it was doing to him, and it was like damaging his quirk genes. Because they said they kind of have like they kind of explain where quirks come from. It's like a lump of genes in your body together that make your quirk, and it targets them and destroys them. Whereas Eraserhead came in and he's like, my ability just disables those genes from activating. This actually damages them. So they're saying if you excuse me, if they keep developing this over time, it might be able to just get rid of someone's quirk permanently, you know? And that's definitely not something that they'd like.
Yeah. Which is it was I thought they had like a similar thing, like how Eraserhead has that power almost, but
Mhm.
it's pretty cool that it's not actually like it's not similar. It's like kind of like the same, but he can't destroy it. Like he can't destroy like it's like some sort of weird thing with your genes.
Yeah, he's like he can disable it for a little bit, but this bullet can make you
Stop it. And
powerless.
literally it tries to eat away at your gene that you have and make you a normal person.
Mhm. Which is it's interesting because uh, obviously these heroes can die. I mean, we've seen Stain kill heroes, but I think this is more dangerous because it's
It's
kind of
not a
worse.
knife wielding man.
No, it's kind of worse than death if you're a hero, because if you're a hero, your whole thing is you have powers, and that's your, that's your life is you save people, you do all this stuff. So without your powers, you're no better than anyone else, you know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like
Hmm.
also like who's gonna really fucking respect you after you go from fucking being All Might to
Exactly.
a regular human?
Hmm. And I have a theory about All Might, which I'll bring up kind of towards the end, but I have some thoughts on him. So where's this
You think
stuff?
he's a pussy? I knew it.
No, no, no. Maybe, but no. Um, they say overhaul. They come to overhaul. They bring him up. Chisaki. I'm not calling him Chisaki. His name's Overhaul. He has a daughter. We know this. Eri, the little horn girl.
Well, we haven't really actually established. Like, I still don't know if it's actually his daughter or it's just someone he says is his
Yeah,
daughter.
he says it's his daughter. They say it's his daughter. He's he's supposed to be pretty young. I don't really know if it's his daughter. I'm kind of leaning on the side of it's not. Maybe it's like his. I want to say it's like his adopted sister that he took care of or something. I don't know. I'm not on daughter side, but that's what they call her. So because I just think he's supposed to be, like, their age in the show, I think, like, early 20s, not even. So, I don't know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's really weird. Not to
Mhm,
mention, like, we don't know, like, if they are experimenting on her or
mhm.
whatnot. So, like, would you do that to your own daughter? No, no one would ever freaking experiment on their daughter.
Yeah,
At least I would hope not.
yeah. But, I mean, their evidence points to
Remember that,
that's
people.
that
Don't experiment on your daughter.
if you take anything out of this, take that. Don't experiment on daughter. But they're pretty sure that's what's happening, that they're using her blood to make this
Yeah,
compound.
you still don't know. Like, maybe her blood has, like, the ability. If that makes sense?
Well, it's probably her quirk.
Yeah.
Her quirk
But,
is
like, they're
probably
they're saying, like, she has, like, arm wrapped and, like, they're taking, like, something out of her, like, bone pieces and stuff.
yeah. Well, I think it's probably just
That's at
her
least what I got from it.
I think it's probably her quirk, and instead of you like, taking her around and just touching people to make them um, get rid of it, they're using her blood. I guess that's a better way to just have it at the ready. It's just enjoy but kinda reminds me of, Rogue from X-Men, where she can't touch you.
Shit, I'd let her touch me.
And, like
Not the little girl, the
no.
fucking
And instead of having her run around touching people, they could just use, her genes to make a some kinda weapon or something that does the same thing, which is kinda what they're doing here. Bu 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 buh. They have a they show, like, a whole, um, map, and, like, they have a list of places that might be involved with the drug or the Hassaikai or, um, either
Oh
land they
shit,
own or places where they
my
hang out or
bad.
have been spotted. What?
Sorry, I ended up shooting my freaking teammate.
He can't hear you. Um, but they're asking them to do their work, investigate. It's gonna be like a slow kinda thing. They're gonna send individual teams out to each place and, kinda scope them out. And Fat Gum's like, "Oh, no, I'm fat." He wants to rush in there and save the girl because they think
Yeah,
they could be hurting her right now.
they
Where
probably are.
yeah. Whereas Night Eye's kinda the guy like, "No, we want all the information before we just go bursting in there, you know? We wanna do this the right way." The He's like a analytical guy, he's more like a stat guy, you know? So he's like, "Let's get all the information before we do anything crazy."
Yeah, because you don't want to go in half knowing,
Yeah,
because you don't know what's gonna happen.
exactly.
Like, who knows? You might decide, oh yeah, I'm gonna freaking rush in, and all of a sudden, boom,
Exactly.
there's people everywhere, and he's not even there, and she's not even there,
Kind of kind
and
of
then
reminds
kind of
me
like how he even said, Night Eye, uh, what the heck was it? If they know that they're onto them, like you're playing your card or you showing your cards.
kinda reminds me of when All Might and Overhaul break into the League of Villains. Was that 2 seasons ago?
Which one?
All Might and Overhaul? When they not All Might and Overhaul. All Might and, um, Todoroki's dad.
Oh yeah, the fire
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. And they were kinda they knew where the base was, so they had their information, and then they busted in. They just didn't go in knowing nothing. So you gotta do your homework first before you do
Yeah.
anything.
If you take one thing from this, remember, do your homework, kids.
Exactly. Do your homework so
Right?
you're better
I don't think
prepared.
kids should be watching this.
Um, so then the meeting is adjourned, I guess, and let me pull my notes back up. All the school kids are they're sitting at a table and they're kinda sad. and the Midoriya's like, "I could have saved the girl, blah, 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 blah," back then. So Eraserhead comes in and he gives him, like, a pep talk, kinda, not really, um, to kinda lift their spirits up. He's like, "Yeah," and he tells Midoriya he hasn't gained his he hasn't regained his trust yet. Um, so I thought that was kinda interesting. Not that he, like, hates him or there's, like, bad blood between 'em, but he's not perfect.
Well, yeah, no one is,
Yeah,
except if you're All Might.
except if you're All Might. And then finally, Night Eye and Torino were talking, and Night Eye says he sees the same. Did you watch the sub or the dub for this?
I watched both, but that's just me.
Okay,
Because
because I was just wondering if of what the dialogue was, because it's I have Night Eye says he sees the same madness in both All Might and Midoriya.
yeah, he did say that in the dub.
Okay, I was wondering if the dialogue had changed, like, with the translation. So what do you think he means by that? Like,
I want to say he sees the same, like, I want to say fight or the
that's what I took it as. I took it as, like, whatever's inside him that pushes him to be the best hero and keep on going.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't take it as, like, a literal madness. I took, like, the fire inside him. Yeah, I was just wondering if you watched it in English and they had the
See, the
dialogue
thing
change.
is, I watch both for the fact of I watched the first time to get like the whole dialogue from it,
Mhm.
and then I watch it in English just to make the notes, just so I
Yeah.
can do it,
Yeah. Uh-huh. I gotcha.
and I don't have to. I just have to listen.
Mm.
Like I just have to listen, and I can just start writing down like, okay, blah blah blah, this that and that and that, and then
Mhm, mhm.
yeah, I feel like it's at least a little bit easier.
That's a good idea, actually. And I guess
Because
you pick up on things that you would have missed the first time just
like
watching it.
when you read it or watch it subbed, you're reading it and you're kind of, I want to say, missing a little bit of the action. Like you're
Mhm.
more concentrated on,
Yeah.
oh, Midoriya said blah 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 blah,
Mhm,
instead
mhm.
of, oh, there was this kick ass fight, and then I kind of stopped listening or stopped reading.
Gotcha. No, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, it just is. That's my whole, like, I guess, system of things. Makes me.
I like the mic system. Uh,
We also, I would like to, I guess, go on to another point that I have
okay,
written down.
sure.
We get a little bit more insight into how Sir Night Eye's quirk works, which I was happy to know that he
Explain
knows. Like,
explain to the nice people.
he actually gets a 1 hour tight perspective of the possibility that it can be unavoidable. So basically, there is no way that, I guess, no one can change the way it is.
Mhm. So he's got 1 hour
A
of
hundred percent.
100% certainty that something's gonna happen.
Any more than that, I want to say, I guess it goes down. I don't know how much it goes down by extra hour, like if it's 10% every extra hour or so. But
Yeah, I'm sure there's
yeah, it's probably like a really horrible.
some scaling, but
He
one
also can only do one person per day. He can't do multiple.
I mean, for it's got good. I mean, it's obviously it's a good ability, but it's got pretty decent drawbacks too.
Yeah,
Like the one person per day is pretty significant, but also like on the flip side, an hour of knowing exactly like you can't change that is pretty It's pretty powerful. Let's
Yeah.
just say that.
That is
I
definitely that's
I
definitely like an edge, you know?
I came around on him, you know? At first, I said, "This guy, what does he do? Sees the future? Okay, cool." Now that's like it's like everyone would want that guy on their team.
Yeah, because he's a mastermind.
Like,
He has
before they go and infiltrate these bases, he can see exactly what's gonna happen, you know?
yeah.
He knows the he knows the outcome of pretty much everything. Shout out Night Eye, number 1 hero.
I'll be honest, the one thing that I wanna know is, like, do you think he can, like, do it to
Hmm?
himself? Like, see into his own future?
What was that before that? You cut out for, like, a second.
Do you think he can actually, like, see into his own future? If he can, like, use his quirk on himself?
You think you could see
I don't think he can, I'm just wondering, like, if he
um,
is that, like, a possibility?
that would be kinda cheesy.
Yeah, because then you'd be like, "Okay, well, I'm not gonna fricking go outside today."
Yeah. I mean, maybe, but but probably not because if he had any sort of, like, fighting ability or anything, he'd probably be a pretty good hero if he could see how every fight turns out.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's probably the biggest, weakness is he
Well, but
can't
if
look
you
at
really
himself.
think about it, if he somehow manages to touch the villain that he's going up against, he could definitely do that.
Mhm. I mean, that's a good point too. If he's fighting someone and he sees their future of the fight and he's the only one fighting them, that's kinda like seeing his own.
Or, right, what if he what if he already has touched and said hi and, like, did the whole thing? Does he just have to lock eyes, or does he have to redo the whole freaking steps? Because he just said the first time, like, I wanna say last episode. Or was it the last episode? Maybe 2 episodes
I
ago.
think 2 ago.
But yeah, like, you get that? Like, he said, like, the first time that he can do that, but what's the trigger for the second time? Or is
I
there you have to completely do the whole steps? He just said it.
I honestly, I don't think they think of these things. It might be in, like, the encyclopedias or, like, the character handbooks, but
So basically we're doing the whole thing, or I'm doing the whole thing from last when we were talking about Lost Village, where I'm looking in plot holes.
maybe not plot holes, but, like, you're thinking too much about it, you know?
I think I am too.
You're asking the questions that the writers are like, "Yeah, don't ask those questions. It's an anime." You know?
Also, I will say, at the beginning of the episode when they were meeting everyone, the big three and everything, I did notice that there was like a almost a similar face to Marvel superhero. It kind of looked like there was Iron Man, but
Really?
they gave him like antennas, but he had
Really?
it was like a red out like side profile with a yellow face, kind of like
Huh.
kind of like how when his shield pops down.
I don't think I saw that.
Well, I will definitely send you it I want to say it's not like 100%, but
It's
when
based
I
on 'em.
first when I first saw it, like, it was scrolling by really quick, and then I paused it. It didn't look exactly like him, but, like, if you were to, like, quickly watch it
Quickly
go
look
through,
yeah.
it
It's
almost looked like him.
it's more than likely a reference or something like that. I mean, you ever see One Punch Man? The first guy he fights is Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. Literally, like, the same thing. That's probably just a, God, what I don't wanna say reference again, but like a shout out or a you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Iron
Yeah.
Man in My Hero confirmed.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far, because then, like, if anyone is ever watching this from I guess Disney owns the right to Marvel.
Yep.
So basically, yeah, if they ever watch this, they'll be like, "Oh wow, let's sue." Mike said.
Get him. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't open your mouth next time then. Keep that
Well,
info to
no, no, no.
yourself.
Maybe we shouldn't. We don't confirm.
Okay, we don't confirm. 90% confirmed. Almost there.
60, 70%.
67. All right. I'll take those odds. 60-70% chance Iron Man is a My hero. But he's in Japan for some reason. He's not in America anymore. Because after he quote unquote died, he had to be dead. So he's doing his own thing.
Oh yeah, so now the rights can go to whoever. Uh,
He's living his best life. But before we go, I want to bring up my
whoa, whoa, whoa. We still have a bunch more to go, my good
in
sir.
this episode.
Yeah, I got a bunch.
Really?
Yeah.
Go to rattle them off then. I
Um
made it to the end of the episode.
basically, I I have one more and then I have like they did like a sneaky. Uh
Sure.
Gran Torino sent Midoriya to Night Eye to mend the friendship of All Might and Sir Night Eye.
Mhm.
That was the whole point of why Gran Torino did not take him on as a mentor.
Mhm.
So that honestly, greatest freaking thing. Granted, kind of upset that they didn't tell Midoriya or tell Gran Torino to hey, have All Might there. Even though like, he doesn't have powers, we want him there.
Yeah.
I feel like that should have been a thing. Like, hey,
Mhm. Like you're not a hero anymore, but they make reference to him all the time. I mean, like they're like, oh, they always use his name.
yeah.
They're like, oh, someone's got to be All Might. So
Which I'm surprised that no one's put two and two together yet.
put two and two what together?
That, Midoriya, like other superheroes, like
Oh, yeah,
other, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
other
Uh-huh.
pros.
Mhm.
Like everyone at UA knows. Well, not UA, but I mean like the high pro.
All his close classmates in his class.
I don't think I don't think the classmates know yet. Like I think Bakugo knows obviously, but
Mhm.
other than that, I don't think Todoroki, uh, the weird Raven guy.
Tokiyami.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think certain people know. Like, I
Mhm.
don't think Gravity Girl knows,
No, maybe not all of them though.
but I want to say all the teachers do,
Mhm.
100%. Uh, but did you see the ending scene?
Was there like an after credits?
Yep,
Was there?
there was an after credit.
Is there ever after credits?
I don't think so, but I saw this one.
Well, I never watched the credits. What is it? I thought
But
all was done.
they showed it after obviously the credits.
Mhm.
I don't know why I even was continue watching it.
Man, that's my thing. I have like I had no idea.
Dude, we got to go back and we got to check every freaking
I
episode now. You
know.
know this. But basically it shows Eri laying in a bed, like an
Mhm.
actual like bed. She has her own room and everything now.
Mhm.
She's not no longer in that lab.
Yeah.
Someone goes in and checks on her, and he wants her to be happy because he is now the person in charge. He is now like the new person who let her somehow escape or whatever.
Hmm.
And he's like, "Hey, if anything, I could get you like a stuffed animal, some toys." Meanwhile, she has like boxes of toys and everything
Yeah.
because obviously, if you fucking piss this child off, you're gonna have to deal with overhaul,
Yeah.
and that's basically uh now you find out that she gets a caretaker, basically like obviously, like I said.
Yeah.
So now you know that someone's actually supposed to be in charge of her at all times,
Do you
and
see this
that's
do you see this person or no?
yeah. You do see the guy. They don't say a name.
But
At
he's and
least in
he's
the at
he's
least in the dub. I caught this in the dub.
and he's no one we've seen before?
No, he's just we'll just go with henchman number I feel
Hmm.
like that's a good name.
Hmm. Interesting.
Oh crap.
Does it say why she's getting a caretaker, or it's just out of nowhere?
No. But yeah, so now we find out that there's freaking end credit scenes.
Yeah, man, I'm actually curious now to missed anything this whole time.
Yeah, I'm pissed. Cause like honestly, like that's great. Cause like now like I kind of get like a hint to the next episode.
Mhm.
I love those. Just like I love them in Rick and Morty. Granted,
Yeah.
they have nothing to do with the episode, or they have
Sometimes they do.
well, no, they don't have anything to do with the last, or they have things to do with the episode you
Like,
just
not the
watched,
next one. Yeah, they're not
not
like
the next
previews.
one.
Yeah.
Where this is actually a preview where you could be like, oh, you know what? Granted, they have like commercials, obviously
Yeah.
going, oh yeah, da da da. This week, or gives you a little snippet, which sometimes I want to say doesn't. Some things don't get in there. I feel like some episode, like commercials that they're having for next week, they're like, oh yeah, and then like all of a sudden, like, no, there was no part in there that guy was there.
They do
Also,
that they do that in so many movie trailers nowadays, where there'll just be scenes in the trailers that are just for the trailers, and then you see the
what
movie.
what was the freaking movie that sucked because all of the funny jokes were in the freaking trailer? I think it was Sherlock, the one with
I've
Will
ne
Ferrell.
I've never seen it, but I heard it was terrible.
It all the jokes were basically in the freaking trailers. So like it was like, "Oh wow. Haha. I already knew that. I saw that already."
Or there's some trailers that just give away the whole movie.
Yeah.
They're just like, it's the whole thing, you know exactly what's okay, and why would I be watching it?
Yeah, I literally got like the cliff notes
Yeah, if I know the whole
same as
thing. Like the new, like, Invisible Man movie or whatever, like the horror movie, they
yeah.
show you the entire movie in the trailer. Like, the whole thing, like, the setup, what's probably gonna happen at the end, the twist. It's like, "What? Why would you do that?"
Which also, Steve, because you do M for movies,
Yes, sir.
plug for his second
Plug for
podcast.
my other podcast. Thank you,
Uh
sir.
Black Friday or Black Christmas.
Oh, the
Is that a new one, or is that like they're literally just coming out with the same one in theaters? Because
the
nothing.
the movie the sorority movie about
Yeah.
the as far as I know, it's new.
Okay, because I know that there was a Black Christmas before.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know if it's a
Prequel,
si
sequel,
it's probably not related, it's probably just the same title. Maybe it's a remake of the same script. I don't know, I've never seen the one you're, referring to.
which one? The old one?
The old one, yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm not. I want to say it might be. Like I feel like it was a movie before, but I
It
don't know.
very well could be.
Shout out to Friday the 13th also. Uh,
What are we talking about? Movies now?
well, no, I just it just kind of like I got on like a whole
No,
thing.
I love going off topic, it's awesome.
Yeah, because like it gets the this if this was a YouTube video, it gets us past that 10 or half an hour mark, and then we get that ad revenue, that
Our
lovely ad revenue.
our videos are way past 10 minutes, and most of the times they're way past half hour.
I believe the good one, if I remember hearing it right, like they were like, "Oh yeah, half hour is the perfect amount."
Well, then we make the perfect videos because they all kinda end up in that range. So, do you have any other end credits you'd like to tell me about? Or I'll give you my theory.
What for? Are you talking about for
My
My
Hero.
Hero
Yeah,
or
no, My Hero.
any?
No.
I was about to say like I could go on and on
No,
about Rick and Morty
I don't wanna
ones.
hear your other theory. I just wanna, give you
No, I got nothing. So
you
like,
got nothing?
got something.
Alright, so before we wrap it up, what I think's gonna happen to All Might, alright? I think because they make such a big deal about the fact All Might's gonna die, right?
Yeah.
That is the key phrase. All Might is going to die, right?
No,
Okay.
no, don't go there.
No, I'm going there. I'm going there. I don't know where you think I'm going, but I'm going there. All right, so they're gonna develop this drug further so it gets rid of quirks. It's gonna be to the point where if you get hit with it, you're done, right? It's gonna be what they
When
want it to
when you
be.
say done, do you mean dead?
No, not dead,
Okay.
quirkless, forever. Like permanent, you can't fix it, can't go back on it.
So you'd rather be dead. Okay.
So you'd rather be dead. I think they're gonna develop it to that point. There's gonna be something going on. All Might's gonna get hit for some reason or another, get caught in the crossfire or something, maybe to save he's gonna jump in front of Midoriya or something to save him. All Might's gonna get hit, right? The idea of All Might is going to die because his quirks are gone. So, as we know it, All Might is dead. And in that moment, Midoriya has to come out and say, I have this power now, right? He's got to tell all his friends. He's got to tell everybody. He's going to do his big reveal because, like we were saying, only a few people know, and they're kind of dodging the fact, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure everyone does already know that All Might's. I want to say not like a superhero anymore, because he literally.
Not All Might. Midori. He's going to have to give up his identity and that he's the new number one hero, and that he has All Might's power.
Oh no, but what I'm saying is All Might. I think they already know, sort of, because he motioned to like the remember ending of season 2. I think. Which season are we on again?
4.
4. So it might have been 3. I'm not entirely sure. But remember when they're they're in like that, I want to say like the Times Square of wherever the hell they are, and
Mhm.
they see that big TV, and he goes, "And now it's up to you," and he does the freaking thumbs
Yeah,
up.
the thumbs up.
So I'm pretty sure everyone at this point is now like kind of thinking, "What the fuck was that not about?"
Yeah. I
Like
don't
he
know.
was giving us a hint somewhere.
So it's like a revelation on both sides. It's he's telling everyone that All Might is no more, and he's telling everyone that there's a new hero, and that's how I think they're gonna get around the fact that All Might is dead. I don't think they're gonna kill him. I think they're gonna kill
The
the I
the
the
idea
idea
of
of
him.
him. Yeah.
But
Mhm.
now when you say they kill the idea, I want to say All Might is now Midoriya. So are they going to kill Midoriya?
No, just All Might. Just All
Also,
Might.
quick question: what happens? Let's say Midoriya dies with All Might. What happens?
It's gone.
Because it's the power of the hair.
I don't think I think whoever it's passed on to has to pass it on before they die, or that's the whole idea of why you pass it on is because you're going to die and you want to carry it over. So if he were to die, it just stops.
But what happens if someone was just like, "Okay, I'm going to eat his hair"?
Mm, I think you're asking a hard question again.
Dude,
I
dude,
you need to
he gets cremated, right?
okay.
They have his ashes. Somehow it ends up on a pizza. Boom! Someone now has freaking All Might's power.
I think you need to tweet the writers and be like, "All
I
right,
don't I don't have a Twitter.
you need to make one
I
and
really should.
tweet the writers and say, "Yo, I'm seeing the things that you don't. Come on now." But that's my theory. That's what I think is gonna happen. It's probably so far off because it makes too much sense, and they're probably just gonna do some dumb stuff. But
I'll be honest. I'm gonna probably say you're completely wrong. I'm pretty
oh,
sure
hundred
all
percent,
I'm pretty sure All Might
100%.
is dying, and I think maybe the only thing that probably could happen is the whole thought of him dying, like
Yeah,
you said.
I like that idea. I think it's it kind of works around the
But
death.
also, like he literally, like I want to say, like he has like superhero cancer or something. Like he keeps coughing up blood.
Yeah,
His whole chest is like sinking in and freaking eroding.
let me have nice things, okay?
I just want to know why the hell Medic Girl can't freaking save him.
Facts, recovery girl. little Midoriya has like 2 broken arms, 2 broken legs, and she's like, "Ah, you're good." But she can't fix hero cancer.
Unless maybe it had, maybe maybe that's why he call it. You know how uh all for one?
Mhm.
That's the villain. I'm not
Yeah,
entirely
all for one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay. He started stealing the quirk because he has like that kind of power like they're messing with.
Oh,
So
oh.
maybe that's why he was like halfway transferred, and then he was like, "Nah, you got hit with a buffer," and then bam, All Might just hits him in the face, stop
Hmm.
the transformation.
Hmm. That's interesting.
I would probably say that that's probably what happened to him. We'll probably find out later on,
Hmm.
but
That's actually a way too clever answer for the show, and they're just like I said, they're gonna do some
dude,
anime stuff.
they're gonna watch this and then they're gonna be like, "That's a fucking great idea. We're going with it." And then I'm gonna be like,
Rewrite it, redraw it, fix it.
"I don't care how much money it takes. Animate it. Animate it.
I don't care who we have to hire. But
I'll freaking dig up the goddamn corpse of Walt Disney and have him write it." Everyone knows there's no corpse to Walt Disney. He's underneath the big castle in a cryogenic frozen state.
oh, they're coming after you now, Mike. You can't say that live. Are you
Cut
crazy?
it out. Cut it out.
All right, guys. We're gonna throw you some shameless plugs, and then we're gonna get out of here.
Also, guess what? Just in for the Christmas season, we're having a merch drop.
No, we're not.
We are having a merch drop, Steve.
Okay, what's the
I'm plugging
merch?
this.
What's the merch?
I got an overabundance of pencils. I got some batteries too.
How do they get
Hit me.
one? How do they get one?
Leave a comment on the video wherever the heck
Yeah,
you go,
leave a comment
Spotify,
saying pencil to send a pencil. Leave a
and I will
comment
send you.
saying battery to get a
Just,
battery.
just remember though, if you say battery or you say pencil, you're only getting one.
No matter
You
how
are
many
only
times,
getting one.
one per commenter.
If you
All
say 2 batteries or 2 pencils, boom, you got 2 pencils, you got 2 batteries. You could plug them into your Game Boy. Oh my god, you can play Pokemon.
Also, if you join the fan Discord, same thing. Pencil battery. You get pencil batteries.
No, you don't get batteries for your
Not
pencil.
battery pencils. You get you get one of those 2 things that you want. You can't get both. You
This
can't get
is
both.
literally the stupidest
You can't get
thing.
both. And also, if you request one of these items, when we put out actual merch, you will be the first ones to receive actual merch. So just remember
And
that. It's like a pre-order.
we might actually throw a battery and a pencil in there too. We don't know.
And so think of it as like
A down
reserving
payment.
a down payment for future merch. Um, check us
Also,
out on
if you're from the greater South Jersey area, if you know any good restaurants, tell us, we'll definitely
what,
go
what are you talking about right now?
there. I don't know, I'm freaking hungry.
Give Mike your restaurant suggestions. Join the Discord. Check us out on Mixer. Check out my other podcast, M for Movies. This is going to be all in the description, like it always is. Follow us, like us, comment, rating, everything. Click, clack.
Hit us up on Tinder. How you doing?
Everything. Wherever you can find us, find us. See me in the
Yeah.
street, yell at me, say what's up.
Bumble, Grinder,
But not that last one. We're not on there.
Chatterbait.
No,
My
we're not
free
on there either.
cams.
Plenty of fish. We're not on either of those 2 things you just said. Let's get out of here before you make us look bad. Alright.
Blackpeoplemeet.com.
No! This episode's over. We'll see you guys later.
All right. Peace.
Peace.